Back here at home, a group urges the creation of 18,000 hectares of new salt farms in order to meet growing demand. During the House deliberations on the proposed Philippine Salt Industry Development Act, the Philippine Association of Salt Industry Networks said that by year 2030, the country would need about 1 million tons of salt per year. Instead of importing that much salt, the group wants government to invest 6 billion pesos to revive the local industry.
It is a small investment for the country to make ourselves salt self-sufficient. This will create 50,000 green jobs as we cover the local salt requirements. And once we attain salt self-sufficiency, we can create another 50,000 green jobs for the export salt market. The Asian export salt market is very, very large.
Justice Secretary Crispin Remulla says authorities are providing protection to 6 people in connection with the broadcaster's slay, including the sister of the alleged middleman who mysteriously died while in prison. Mike Navarro now joins us with details. Mike.
Hi, Carmina. All the persons identified by alias Marisa, the sister of June Villamor, the alleged middleman in the killing of radio commentator Percy Lapid, have now been secured by the authorities. Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla made this disclosure on Wednesday or earlier this morning on the sidelines of an activity at the New Bilibid prison in Muntinlupa. Pressed for a number of those in custody, Remulla said there are at least 6 of them, including Marisa herself, Villamor's relative Jose, who is now in PNP custody, and Christopher Bacoto, who is still with the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. The identity of the 3 others in custody is not yet known, but there are conflicting numbers, Carmina, as to the number of those in custody. Well, Remulla said that 2 to 3 are in police custody and 3 others are with the NBI. Bureau of Corrections Officer in Charge, Director General Gregorio Catapang Jr. said in a separate interview that they have also secured 3 persons inside the NBP. What is clear, however, is that the police are still looking for the Maculangan brothers, Israel and Edmund, and a certain Orly, who allegedly accompanied self-confessed gunman Joel Escorial in killing Lapid outside the subdivision in Las Piñas on October 3. Remulla also said the mastermind may not be included yet among those in custody, and they are expecting 1 more person to be under the authorities' custody later this afternoon. But he refused to confirm if Marisa categorically identified who the mastermind is based on the messages of her brother before he died on October 18 and inside the NBP. One of the aspects now of the probe is to locate the missing cell phone of Villamor, which could confirm the messages Villamor supposedly sent to his sister a few hours before he died. Marisa's cell phone is already with the National Bureau of Investigation for validation, but Villamor's cell phone remained missing. In his messages, Villamor supposedly named commanders of certain Bilibid gangs as behind Lapid's killing upon orders allegedly of an office in the NBP. Katapang said they had tried searching for the cell phone in the area where Villamor lost consciousness, but did not find the cell phone there. Remulla is, however, optimistic the cell phone will eventually be found. The Justice Chief on Tuesday said Marisa's testimony regarding the alleged killers are important, are an exception to the hearsay rule because they were supposedly made in the form of a dying declaration. Meanwhile, to address the perennial problem of inmates getting access to cell phones inside the National Penitentiary, Remulla said he advised Katapang to procure K9 units which can sniff out everything that has to be sniffed out in Bilibid. Katapang said they will endeavor to deploy K9 units within 1 month. Let's listen in to what Secretary Remulla had to say earlier this morning, Carmina.
Ang mahalaga ho, sa sister po ng Villamor, lahat po ng naituro doon ay in custody na po. In custody na, and we've secured all those possible persons. At least 6 of them have been secured already.
Meanwhile, Villamor's body is now undergoing re-autopsy by forensic pathologist Dr. Raquel Fortun. Remulla said Fortun finished the external examination on Tuesday and hopes to finish the internal examination by today. After the re-autopsy of Villamor's cadaver, Remulla said he will have the body escorted to Leyte. Personnel from the Witness Protection Program might also join since the sister wants to see her brother and their family. Remulla said he has also offered protection to Lapid's brother Roy Mabasa, who was reported receiving death threats. Carmina?
Mike, how were they able to secure these 6 people in a short amount of time after alias Marisa divulged information and not do the same for Villamor, who died while in prison?
Carmina, that's I think one of the aspects that one of the reasons why there's a difference in terms of the reaction is that we have a new Bucor chief at the moment, the OAC General Katapang. The former Bucor chief, the suspended Bucor chief, General
Bantag.
Bantag, was saying in an interview, in a radio interview this morning, that it's not his fault if they're not able to secure the Villamor, because supposedly he was not informed about Villamor's involvement in the Percy Lapid killing. Whereas in this case, there is coordination now between the DOJ and General Katapang. General Katapang was mentioning his long ties with Secretary Rimulya in his speech this morning. So they have been coordinating since he stepped into office 3 days ago, Carmina.
All right, let's leave it at that. Mike Navalio there joining us on the line.